Before we begin this evening, let's give a warm welcome to our new audience far and near. How to show our welcoming? Okay, you may send them bouquets of flowers in the chat. And to those of you who have invited your new friends, you may also send them some bouquet of flowers. Okay, and so without any further delays, let's invite Dr. Prabhu to give his tonight sharing. As you know, Dr. Prabhu, he is an ENT specialist, an epigenetic wellness consultant, a contributor to many medical journals and magazines. And tonight, he is bringing us his 90 episodes, the episode 90, with the title Cell Health and Water. So let's sit back, relax, and lend him our ears. Let's give our doctor a warmest applause. To you, Dr. Prabhu. Let's give doctor a few minutes, okay? Welcome, Dr. Prabhu.
The kind of challenge I'm going through, I really don't know what to do. Now, anyway, the video is on. Are you able to see my screen, Madam Tan? Madam Lee?
The screen,
Can you see
your slide not yet.
Can you see the slide there?
It's written there, search the web.
Oh, no, that's not the one actually. I don't know what is happening here. How do I share the screen? What else do I share? I don't know. Give me a minute. I'm going to search for it. See, I'm doing the regular thing what we used to do last time, share. Now, where do I share? I'm just chose what to share with see in Windows. Okay, now I'm able to.
Okay, you have started your screen sharing.
Okay, Madam, what are you seeing, Lee? Madam Lee, what are you seeing now?
It says
Okay, now I'm going to. Okay, can you see the screen right now? This one, can you see?
Can. Yes, doctor.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, Very
Yeah.
sorry for the participants down there. My humble apology due to the technical glitch. It got delayed. Anyway, it's a challenge. I think we all have to go through it. Okay, thank you very much, Madam Lee. So is everything okay, clear, Madam Lee, with the slide, what you're seeing there? You have to just say yes, then I'll move forward.
Yes, yes. Let's see.
Great, thank you so much. So today's topic is cell health. Now, why did I choose a cell health? Because for the past 1 week, I've been listening to a lot of lectures from international speakers, and I find that everybody is totally looking into what exactly we need to do if we want to be healthy, and everybody is talking about cell health. So then I thought, let me pick up this topic and then move forward. Now, saying that, before I proceed, I just need to thank you all for this wonderful opportunity to, complete 90 episodes, which I think has taken almost 3 years of my journey. And many of you are old enough that you are all been with me, passing and walking along with me until the 90th episode. But such of those who are all new onto this platform, I welcome you all for this wonderful journey with the terahertz water and the journey towards good health through this platform where we share our information and my medical practice, which I've been a doctor for almost 35 years. So this gives me a privilege for me to share my experience with you. So thank you very much for giving me this 90th opportunity and the 90th episode back online with the Terahertz company. Saying that, we need to be healthy, but at the same time, we need to be wealthy as well. If I'm going to say healthy, there is a word, the first word when you look, he is there. Now, he means, I presume and I understand that we are talking about the creator who created this platform, beautiful earth here, and all the living beings. There is a creator who has done all this wonderful job. That is on one side. Now, when you look at the wealthy aspect also, there is something called we in that. So I just picked up only the we. We are the co-creators, and on earth, other than the animals, we are the only animal in the animal kingdom where we are able to do something and not only help ourselves, but we can help the fellow human beings and all the animals living on this planet Earth. So we are also a co-creator. Now, health plays such an important role in our part of life that once you lose your health, definitely I would say you lose your wealth as well, because there is a lot of draining of finances from your pocket, and then ultimately there will be a state where even the best of your finances, that means your good bank balance, will not be able to revive you from the deathbed. Now, this is the fact of life which we have all seen in the past 4 years, where the COVID came. It showed us a very different form of existence wherein people who had a lot of money couldn't do anything. They were all stuck actually. And people who had a lot of money as well couldn't save lives. Why is that? Because there are certain things we need to understand at the molecular level or at the cellular level. So today's topic being the cell health, we all need to understand that we need to work on a little different platform for us to start becoming healthier in day by day. But take your time, maybe 6 months, 1 year or 2 years, because cellular health is not something which happen overnight. It will be a slow process, but definitely it is the process which every one of us should consider. And to all the youngsters, we all need to understand and then give the youngsters a real information that being healthy, you need to be cellular health, so that in the future, when these youngsters who become, the future citizens, wherein they take the responsibility of having a good health. Now, definitely, when you're talking about good health, if most of us are healthy, we don't need big hospitals. We don't need a huge revenue to be spent on being healthy. It's all a very simple concept of life, wherein we all need to work at the cellular level by working step by step. Now, saying that, if you look at this slide, cell health is very important. You know why? Because we have 50 trillion cells in our body. Now, how many of you know how many zeros are there in this trillion. There are 13 zeros in the 50 trillion cells. Now, if you're talking about 50 trillion cells, even if you start counting one by one today, you know how many days will it take, how many months will it take for you to count every cell? But the universe or the creator has been so beautiful that he put everything into our body and then said, okay, now you all go live your life on planet Earth and then return back to me. On this platform, what we do, I'm going to go to one cell only. If you're talking about one cell, it is equivalent to one universe. Now, one cell is a huge factory. Maybe for us, because we can't see that with our naked eyes, we don't even bother about what is happening. When the cell is crying for water, when the cell is telling I'm dehydrated, we don't bother, because when a cell gets dehydrated, there are a lot of metabolic errors can happen, and that in turn can definitely lead to a lot of disease like situation, and then later on the disease by itself will manifest. So in that way, why not we look at the cell health? If you're looking at the cell health, we have to look, start step by step and then start working on how do we make your cell healthy. To do that, what we need to do, just like this, little drops of rain make a mighty ocean. That means every drop of this beautiful rain, when it gets collected, it becomes a mighty ocean. When I say that, it does play a very, very important role in our day-to-day life. In our body, we have 50 trillion cells. So what did I mean by that? Now just imagine if 70% of your cells are healthy, you can be an healthy individual. There is a spelling mistake there, my apologies. Okay, so every cell, if it is healthy, that means 70% of the cells, if you are healthier, then automatically everything starts functioning at the optimal level, and then you can start moving forward without a disease, because the 70%, it's always the 70-30 ratio. This whole universe is working. 30%, there can be a little bit of ups and downs, there can be a little bit of unhealthy cells, there can be a little bit of death of the cells happening, and there can be a little bit of modification of the cells. Now, when I say modification of the cells, everyone would have heard of the word called cancer cells, right? Now, if you're talking about cancer cells, they are all modified normal cells, and they work from a different form of energy, and they work in a very, very different level of what I would say nutrition. So when these are modified, definitely they grow at a very, very fast rate. You would have seen a lot of time where you go to the doctor and the doctor would say, and you'd have heard of it, that uh, probably you'd have had a pain in your stomach for just 1 week, and suddenly the person goes and meets up the doctor, and he does a scanning and say, hey, we have a huge tumor in your stomach. And when they stage the cancer, you would have noticed that the doctor would say it is already stage 4. Stage 4 means, that means already the metastasis, that means it has already spread to all the organs and bones. That is stage 4. Now, when you go at that stage, what is your life expectancy? Definitely the life expectancy will not be too long. Now, that is the time we human beings, what we will do, we will start jumping and looking for solutions. Now, why do you want to look for solutions when you're already putting your one foot in your grave, and then you want to live back? But this is a human nature. We all are like that. Anything after it happens, we have open our eyes, and then we start become very goody goody. We become very means we want to become healthier. This is what most of the human beings are doing. But my humble request to every one of you is, you need to start. Such of those you have not considered, it's still okay, but now you have to put your foot and then start working. Do it step by. It's very easy for you to become healthier by looking into what are the steps you need to do to become healthier. Now, saying this, once your 70% of your cells are healthy, you can be a healthy individual. I give this beautiful quote: little healthy cells can make a mighty healthy body of trillion cells. Isn't that beautiful? You have to work on it. Now, for this, probably if you ask me, start from your childhood. That means you need to teach your children basically how do you, what do you, should you eat, and slowly develop a proper protocol, and you need to have a proper daily routine which makes your cells healthy. Now, saying that, this is for a basic understanding. We can divide our human body into 4 divisions. That is level 1, 2, 3, and 4. The level 1 is at the cell level. Now, all the cells join together and they form your tissues. All the tissues join together means different tissues. It can be your brain tissue, it can be your heart tissue, it can be your liver tissue, or it can be your intestine. All these individually join together and form an organ. Now, once an organ, all the organs put together is our whole human body. Now, in the regular our regular doctor's practice, what do we do is, the moment you go to a doctor and say, okay, doctor, I want to do a health checkup, what they will do, they will say, okay, let's go with your blood test. Now, after blood test, along with that, they may ask for a urine test. But many times doctors wouldn't ask for your stool examination. Many times nobody does that unless you complain that you're having a bleeding while you're passing motion. Then only they will ask for to be especially your stool examination. Most of the time it is not done. And if you are very specific, like your pain abdomen, and it is not coming down for some time in spite of treating, then the doctor will ask for a scanning. Now, it can be an ultrasound scanning, or the next thing they will ask you is for a CT scanning. Even in CT scanning, there are many things you will miss actually. Then the doctor will ask for an MRI scanning. So when you look at the MRI scanning, even there many times we may miss certain things which is happening at the cellular level. So here what happens is, when you go to a doctor, it is starting from the 3rd and the 4th level. It is not the cell level we would be checking you, but I am talking about cellular health. So what we need to understand is, there are certain things what you need to do to diagnose certain things from cellular health. So in this slide, if you see, I have gone a little more deeper. That means there are 9 stages of your whole body, which goes from organ, then tissues, then you have the cell, then from the cell you have an organelle there, then you have the macromolecule, then there is a molecule, and then finally there is an atom. Now, atom is the smallest form of any cell we are talking about. If we are collectively, the atoms are healthy, then automatically they are all an energy form of life. So we are all actually having energy around us, which starts from an atom and then completes through becoming a whole body. So how healthy are you? Most of us will say, I am very healthy. I'll just give you an example. One of my very good schoolmate, actually, he's right now around 58 years, and he has been a marathon runner for almost 10 to 15 years, and he runs nothing less than 40 miles per week. 40 miles per week, that means he is an ardent marathon runner. Now, one fine day last year, he developed a chest pain. So what he did, he lives in USA. So what he did is, he went to the hospital and the doctor checked him, and then they said, uh, the only thing they told him was, we need to do a bypass, emergency bypass. So without any delay, the doctor had to put him on a surgical knife and then cut open, do a bypass for him. So they did a bypass for him. Now, after bypass, he came back. It took 3 months for him to recover. And then after that, it was almost 1 year. Once again, he had a chest pain. Once again, he went back to the doctor. And the doctor said, we think there is some more block in your vessels. So can we go and do an angiogram? So they did an angiogram once again, and they found 3 blocks. He has already undergone bypass. He's undergoing another angiogram, and the doctor is telling another 3 stents has to be put. And he was put with another 3 stents, and now he's in a battery of list of medication. Now you tell me, this guy was running so very well. Now what exactly happened to him? Now this is where I would say, many times we don't understand that we are putting a pressure to our body. My first question, especially to marathon runners, would be, why are you running like I don't know what to say. for 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers, 20 kilometers. For what? Whom are you trying to prove that you're doing what? Basically, you're putting such a high pressure on your body. Do you know that your human beings are not manufactured to run such long distances? Number one. Number two, are you supposed to run like a cheetah? No, isn't it? How fast can we run? Of course, a marathon runner, of course, a sprinter can run around 9.7 seconds, 100 meters he can run. Yes, but can everybody run like him? No. Okay, fine, he can run and he can win a medal, you win a Olympic gold medal, all fine. But at the end of the day, how healthy are you? Now, why is that a lot of marathon people who have a massive heart attack and they die? So here, the message what I wish to give you is do not overdo things which is not necessary for you. Number one. Number two, have a moderate, balanced lifestyle with balanced exercise. You don't need to push yourself. You don't need to go and lift weight of 60 kgs or 80 kgs or 100 kgs and try to do what you want to build up muscle. Fine, you can build your muscle, but are you going in for a competition? No. But on the other side, you want to be healthy. You know your limitation as to how much your body can pick up. But at the same time, when you look at the cellular health, it plays a very, very, very important role in your journey of life where you want to be healthy, your cellular health must be healthy. Of course, one fine day, whether you like or I like, one fine day, we will be leaving this planet Earth, or in other words, I'll say we all are here to die one day. Yes, that is there. But during this kind of life, whatever we are living, recognize what your body is speaking to you. Your body will tell you, come on, don't do this. Your body will tell you, eat this. Your body will tell you, wake up. Your body will tell you, go to sleep. Your body will tell you, rest. All these your body tells you. The only thing, we all are so ignorant and we have become so dumb in our life that we hardly listen to our body speaking to us. We are so bothered about listening to the outside. We are only hearing and hearing and hearing. We are so much attuned to listening the messages from outside, and then we get damn pissed off with whatever is happening outside. But can you change? No, we can't change. Then why are you getting emotionally involved with such situations? Even an emotional situation, what you get involved with the outside world, automatically it affects your cell inside you. So here what you need to do is you need to specifically work at the cellular level, and there is something called the functional medicine doctors. Now this is where these doctors are trained in for you to work at cellular level, and then they will look into what exactly is your problem, and then they will be able to guide you and help you in your journey of life. Saying that, how do you check your overall health and at especially the cellular level? There are a few tests are available. Number one, if you look at the list of things, there is something called GDV camera. You might be wondering, what is this GDV camera? Actually, GDV camera is something to do with your energy. So this particular machine is from Russia, and it can pick up the energy levels of every organ in your body, and it can exactly tell you how well it is functioning. So when I'm talking about the atoms there where you saw, it is basically your cells are emitting some kind of energy, and this energy is picked up by this particular camera. So this is something to do with your cellular level. So if there is some energy lacking happening inside your cell level, you can change the cell level energies and then slowly make it work better. So energy plays a very, very important role. And in fact, in my journey of this 18 years where I have been doing a lot of research on human energy field, I found that 70 to 80% of the world population, or the population where I have checked, they're all in low energy fields. They are in the low frequency of energy, and that itself is another dangerous situation where you will be prone to a lot of diseases. If your energy levels are very, very optimal, let me tell you, you will be very, very healthy. This I can tell you very boldly. Why? Because in the past 4 years, I have been exposed to so many people who have been afflicted by COVID. And of course, when patients come, they would be sneezing, and they would be having all the situations where you can get infected, isn't it? But in this past 4 years, not even once I had a fever. Not even once I had a sore throat. Not even once I felt sick in the past 4 years. So what did it mean? I worked at the cellular level, but definitely my body was speaking to me and it was telling me, okay, fine, do this, do this, do this. And I used to change and I used to work on it. So keeping your energy plays a very, very important role in your overall cellular health. Then comes your hair root analysis. This is another wonderful tool which I picked up around 8 years ago. And with just the 3 strands of hair, we can actually pick up a lot of information your body is giving, and from there we can correlate exactly what is happening at the cell level. In fact, we go and talk about mitochondrial dysfunction. Once your mitochondria gets screwed up, there is no energy being produced in the cell. And once the energy slows down and the energy is not able to be produced in your mitochondria, your cell dies. This is something very, very beautiful. Now, how many of us know that we are able to pick up signals given by your cells at the mitochondria and then exactly tell you this is what is happening for you. Now, once we pick up a problem at the mitochondria at the cellular level, it will take nothing less than 3 to 6 months to 1 year for you to slowly recoup back and become a healthy individual. So hair root analysis. There is another bioresonance machine which I have, which is also picks up the epigenetic factor analysis, which also will give a very clear cut picture of what exactly is happening at your cellular. And in fact, we can go into stepwise to 36 different organs and start looking at what is the problem there. Why is it happening? Why is this deficiency? Why are these heavy metals inside your body and why is it causing a problem? Now, this can be checked through this bioresonance machine. Other than that, how many of you would have checked this oligoscan? How many of you know which are the clinics having this oligoscan, especially checking your heavy metals? There are around 12 to 13 heavy metals. This particular machine, it's from France actually. It can exactly tell you how much is your lead content in your tissues, how much is your mercury content, how much is your cadmium level, how much is your aluminum level, how much is your arsenic level. So like this, it can pick up and exactly tell you. Now, once you know that there is a heavy metal poisoning which is happening, now heavy metal basically are hormonal disruptors. That means they will go block one cell to another cell. Once the cell starts getting affected with these heavy metals, automatically the cell signaling is lost. Once the cell signaling get lost, automatically there is no communication between the cells. When there is no communication between the cells, there is no interaction, there is no proper message conveying between the cells. So even if the cell is sick and then it wants a help from the other immune system cells, it can't do the job because it is not able to call, it is not able to let know the required system for it to come and help. Now this is where heavy metal a very, very important role. So you all need to get detoxified. Now you can ask me, hey doc, you're talking about heavy metals, how about 50 years ago? Yes, 50 years ago if you're talking, or 100 years ago, there was not much of this heavy metal issue and we didn't have much of poisoning, but that time we all faced diseases with the bacterial infection. Of course, the doctors were busy giving antibiotics, and even cardiac issues were not a big deal. I think after 80s only, we all came to understand there is something like cardiac arrest, and doctors will revive you, and they can actually put stent for you. They can do bypass for you. All these came after 80s only. Before that, no. Have you heard of anybody going for a bypass in 1930s and all? No. So here, there are a lot of things we are all facing a problem because we think we are developing further and we think we are inventing a lot of new things which are, especially the gadgets. Yes, it is very nice to look into it, but at the same time, we are missing a lot of things in our journey of life. So you need to look into the heavy metals, how much is it in your body. Then comes your nail bed microcirculation. Now this beautiful machine can exactly show you, it is just in your fingernail bed, you can check your circulation and it will exactly tell you where is a block and do you have a block in your heart, do you have a block in your intestines, do you have a block in your brain, is it in your peripheries in your legs. It will exactly show and you will be able to pick up information from microcirculation, and it is a live circulation check wherein you will know exactly what is happening. Now once you start checking this, you will exactly know what to do. There are products available wherein you can increase the microcirculation and thereby help your body to get the nutrition being pushed to the peripheries and thereby have a healthy tissue, healthy cells, and a healthy body. Then finally, of course, DNA testing I'm talking. This is also, they just take your saliva and then from there they will be able to exactly tell you what is your genetic decoding. That means what exactly is your DNA carrying, what are the ways you are having problem, why are you allergic to some drug, and what are the problems you can face in the future. All this can be done with your DNA testing. Now, every human should at least get one time this DNA testing, and then 100% we all need to work on it and then automatically know what is going to happen. Now, genetic testing is on one side, but on the other side, your cellular health plays a very, very important role. Look into your cellular health. So once again, if you look at the cellular, it is below the 3, but all the blood tests and other things will come at the organ level. Now you want to be healthy, very simple. What do you want to do? Start your lifestyle change from cellular level. Now it's a very, very simple issue here. What do you eat? What do you eat every day? Ask yourself. Number one. Number two, when do you eat? What is your timing? What time do you eat? Now, how do you eat? Now, this might be a little funny for you all because how do you eat? No, yeah, of course, through the mouth only you will eat, right? That is still okay. But how do you eat means, do you chew your food well in your mouth? This is the first step of digestion which takes place, and you need to chew very well. Sometimes it's been told you are supposed to chew 21 times before you push the food into your esophagus or the food pipe, and then it goes into your stomach. Now, if you're going to do this, why don't you try today whenever you're going to have your dinner, right? Just start eating little bowls of food, put in your mouth and start chewing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Good. Swallow it. Now, whatever food you want to eat, your quantity of food you will eat will be very, very less if you are going to chew the food and swallow it. It is a very, very important aspect of life. But in today's world, one of the most, I don't know, irony of human beings is we are not supposed to stand and eat. We are not supposed to stand and eat. But you go to any function, most of the time it is a buffet system and we'll be standing and eating. And of course, there are dining tables supposed to sit and eat. And that too, if you're looking at those days, there was no dining table. We all used to sit down on the floor. Now, can you believe when you sit on the floor, the digestive process is much more easier and the food getting into your stomach is much more easier. Why? When you stand and eat, what happens? When you stand, there is a distance between the mother earth and to your stomach. So for the gravity to pull will be slightly difficult. Now the same thing, you sit on the floor and then when you eat, you're already on the floor level. So the grounding is much more easier, number one. Number two, the gravity, what I'm talking, also is easy for the gravity to pull your food inside your stomach. So there are a lot of small intricate things which plays a very, very important role even while you're eating. So how do you eat? Very, very important. Now, how many times do you eat? This also plays a very important role. Now, many of us would accept reasonably that 3 times eating a meal is still acceptable, and a lot of people are doing that. But if you're going to have a good 2 meal, that means you need to have a breakfast, and then the second one will be your lunch. So if these two are, you are going to eat in a quantity where it is sufficient enough for you to sustain for the next 24 hours, is good enough. So night, you don't need to eat your dinner, wherein your night time you can have more of porridge, more of soft foods, and more of fruit juices or drinks, whatever you want, but you need to finish your dinner before 7 or maximum by 8 o'clock. Now, there's another beautiful thing what we all don't follow is you're not supposed to drink any water or any liquid half an hour before your food, or at least 15 minutes before your food. You're not supposed to. But you go to any McDonald's, you go to any this one, what do they first serve is, if you look at what they serve, it will be Pepsi or Coca-Cola. That too, they will give you almost 300 to 400 ml free. You can drink as much as you want. You can ask them also, they will give you a little more. And they will ask you, even if you're ordering your food, they will ask you, how about the drink, sir? Now, you're not supposed to drink anything while you're eating your food. Am I right? No. But then why are you drinking the Pepsi? So, in fact, when you are eating your food, you are supposed to chew 21 times, right? Now, if you're going to eat a small amount of food and you're going to chew that small amount of food, aren't you helping your body, especially your stomach? The starch portion of your food is digested very well and then it goes down there. Now, whatever protein food you're eating, it goes down to the stomach, and from the stomach only, the stomach starts with its enzymes and with the hydrochloric acid, the protein starts breaking down in your stomach. The starch doesn't break down, it has to go down and break down. Now, if you don't chew properly at your mouth level, the level 1 of your digestion, definitely you're putting a pressure on your stomach to use more current, more energy to digest it. Now, if you are going to eat protein, let us assume that you're going to eat one meat piece. Meat, it can be a white chicken or it can be a red meat. It doesn't matter. Now, what happens? One big chunk you're putting inside your mouth, and it goes inside. Do you know how much of effort your stomach needs to put for it to break down this particular food, so-called protein, for it to break down into smaller molecules, and then only it has to push it inside your intestines. Now, once it goes to the intestine, once again, all the micronutrients has to be picked up by your intestines. Now, we are supposed to eat in a span of 6 hours. This is something very, very important. Today, I picked up this information from one of the beautiful lectures from nutritionists. And what that person was telling me was, you need to have something called within the 6 hours, 2 meals. You need to finish it, it seems. That means morning breakfast at 8 o'clock you eat, then the second meal you need to finish it by 2 o'clock. That means within that span of 8 to 2 o'clock is 6 hours, right? Now, within that span, you need to finish off all your major meal, it seems. Now, this is something the world has started talking about it. People are looking into it this now. So that means after this, you're not supposed to eat anything. So what will be your dinner then? Your dinner should be something very, very light. So here, if you're looking at how many times do you eat, you have to be very, very, very careful. The reason is your system is a very, very beautifully has a protocol. Now, once you eat, it takes 3 to 4 hours for it to digest. Now, if you're going to talk about a vegetarian food, it takes around 3 to 4 hours of journey for it to go inside, digest, and the stomach is get clean. That means it clears everything and pushes into your duodenum. Now, if you start eating some snacks, now what happens? Once again, your body has to produce some acid, and then from the acid, it has to digest, then break it down, and then push it down into your duodenum. Now, in this 4 hours, I'm talking about vegetarian food. If you're talking about non-vegetarian, do you know how many hours does it take for it to, the machine basically, your GI system machine to digest the food? It take 7 to 8 hours. So that means, just imagine, for example, I'm giving you eat chicken in the morning at around 8 o'clock. Now, by the time it gets digested and then push it out of your intestine into your duodenum, it's around 4 o'clock because you're non-vegetarian. Now, in the meantime, in the afternoon, once again, you would have eaten another chicken piece or mutton piece. What will happen? So what are you trying to do? You are actually putting a lot of pressure on your system. So it has to bring in a lot of energy and then start digesting it. The only problem is your system will never object to what you are doing. It will never, unless things are beyond its control, and then you may vomit out, and then some infection happens, then you may have some diarrhea. But other than that, your system is so beautiful, it accepts anything you do. It doesn't talk anything. But what penalty you pay in a long run for not taking care of your what you eat is the penalty in terms of diseases. Now, once a disease sets in, what do you want to do? Now, especially I was talking to you about chewing well and swallowing it, right? Now, how many diabetics? We all know that in a diabetic, the starch is very high, the sugar level spikes are very high, right? Now, how many of you down there, as a diabetic, do you all chew your food and eat? If you are not, please start today. Take a small bowl, start eating slowly, munch it nicely, enjoy. And the very important you need to do is you thank this beautiful universe, the divine, the God, whatever you want to tell. It's provided you with the beautiful food for you to eat, isn't it? Be gratitude. Have a lot of gratitude for the food what you're eating. Now just imagine a farmer. If not for the farmer, you wouldn't get a rice for you to eat on the table, isn't it? How much of effort does he put? You don't even know how much of effort. In the hot sun, he'll be going and plowing the field and then growing the paddy down there. Like that, when you look at, we are all such a beautiful uh, animal on this planet Earth. We definitely need to have a lot of gratitude. So when you have a lot of gratitude in you and while you're eating, and just imagine and visualize that your food goes inside after getting, the first stage from your mouth goes inside, then from the stomach it goes to intestine, from the intestine it goes into a small intestine, then into a large intestine. Everything is so beautiful. Now when you're having that enjoyment of eating your food and enjoying your food, don't you think your body will respond in the same way to you back, saying that, hey, wow, this person is so graceful, this person has so much of gratitude, he doesn't force me to do things unnecessarily at the wrong timings. Don't you think so? The body will also speak back to you, say thank you so much. The body will say thank you. But imagine at midnight, after 10 o'clock, you eat supper once again, and that too, you're going to eat non-vegetarian. Can you imagine what kind of pressure are you putting for your stomach and your intestines? It is definitely not a good attitude or an idea if you're eating a non-vegetarian dinner time or later dinner. No way. You want to eat non-vegetarian, is no issue. Do it before, maybe in the afternoon, no problem. Now, there is a beautiful saying, when the sun comes up, when the sun comes up, everything comes up. That means your body starts opening up. You just wake up in the morning and then go outside and see the sunrise. It's so beautiful, and the sun rays coming and falling you on you, it's a feeling of joy, it's a feeling of blissfulness. And then your body starts, okay, fine, this man is awake now, I need to do all the work, because the whole night it would have done all the rejuvenation and realigning all the cells with hormones, everything it would have done at night time. In the morning it starts its function. So if you can put a full stop to not eating after sunset, don't you think it's a good sign, good thing that we all need to follow? But do you think it's easy to follow? It is difficult, but why not? We can. So what you want to do is, you want to become healthy, start following a proper protocol. What you want to eat, when you want to eat, how you want to eat, how many times you want to eat. I say 2 times is good enough. If you want the third time, I say sorry, it's up to you. Dinner, how much you want to eat, it's up to you. You want to eat, just visualize your own machine. You have to see your own machine, how difficult for your machine is to digest. Now you're, after 10 o'clock, you are eating a non-vegetarian and you are going to go back and sleep. Now what your system will be thinking, why this stupid fellow has eaten everything? Now is it the time for me to digest everything, put it back? Actually, after 10 o'clock, your system is supposed to rejuvenate. Your liver is supposed to do all the packing up, and putting everything to rest, and then finding out what to do for tomorrow, what kind of healing has to do for today. Everything it has to do, if the cells are dead, it has to remove the cell. If the sick cells are there, it has to repair the cells. All this they have to do at night time, between 10 o'clock in the morning. But we human beings are so crazy. Just because someone opens a restaurant for 24 hours, shamelessly we go and eat. You show me any animal on the planet Earth where they go and regularly eat. Maybe once in a while, of course, we would have seen in Discovery lions and eating their food at midnight. Yes, but it is not a routine for them. Normally, they will be sleeping at that time. In that way, if you see, one of the most beautiful animal in the animal kingdom is the birds. They are such an amazing creature. They wake up early in the morning, and by the sunset, you can see all the birds come back to their nest, come back to the trees, and settle down and go to sleep. And whether you like it or not, next day morning before sunrise, they are awake and they will go. Sometimes they fly so many kilometers away just to go eat their food and come back. Now, what do? Are they really looking at building a house for $1 million? Are they looking at buying a big car and driving? No, but they have a peaceful journey. But human beings, God has given us this beautiful opportunity, experience. You want to buy a car? No problem. You want to build a house? No problem. Absolutely, it's fine. We need to experience. This is the most beautiful part of human being in the animal kingdom is you are eligible to buy, you are eligible to do it, but you need to work from a cellular level. Keep your body physically fit, mentally fit, spiritually fit, financially fit, and then start moving forward in your life. Everything starts falling in place. So cellular nutrition, cellular hydration, cellular minerals, cellular fats, everything determines your overall well-being. So please look into it and then start working on it. Now, what is inside you is also outside you. We all know that. Everybody knows it. But if you don't know, you better know. Everything, whatever is inside you, is already outside you. The 5 elements of nature which is there outside is there inside you. What do? The only thing what you need to do is the day we live in harmony within us, that means you need to be at peace. So once again, coming back to your food, when you're having your food, why do you want to attend a phone call? Why do you want to speak? Why do you want to watch a TV? Why do you want to do all this? What you need to do is when you are having your food, close your eyes and then start chewing the food. Number one, slowly swallow the food. Visualize that it's going inside you. Enjoy the food, enjoy the taste of the food, and have a lot of gratitude for the person who cooked the food for you. It can be your wife, it can be your daughter, it can be anybody, whoever has done that job. Be thankful for them and say a lot of gratitude and convey a lot of love to the people who have worked for you to bring the food on the table for you. Be thankful. Now, the other thing, it takes many lives. This is something very, very, I don't understand why human beings should take so many lives. You die once again being born. We are the only animal to realize the very nature of this humongous creation. To understand this creation itself, we take many lives. Why is that? In this 70 years or 80 years of life when we are living on planet Earth, why don't we understand what is the creation? What's the creator has done this? Why is he done this? Why has he given us this beautiful body? And how beautifully it has been, well aligned. The golden ratio, last time I was speaking, what beautifully it's balanced, and then everything works punctually onto the protocol of the universe. Everything is beautiful. But we human beings have gone heavy, and what are we doing? All the wrong things, but we expect the right results. We do all the wrong things, but we expect a right result. Will it happen? No way. Now, the more we think we are evolved, the more we are farther from nature. We think we are, like for example, we are talking about 6G, 7G, 8G, everything, all the Gs will come. But what are we trying to do? We are actually going so far, but we are going away from nature. We are creating such a havoc on nature that even the animals are feeling that we guys are doing all the wrong things. Now, how do we change? Let's start from individual. You take responsibility and you start working on what change you want to do. Work on yourself. Then work with your family. Then work with your society. And then automatically, we all, as one human being, we can live a fantastic life on this earth. So we are the only living being on earth, destroying everything and then claiming to save nature. So one team will go and destroy, there'll be another team coming, let us save nature. No, it's a beautiful teamwork we all need to do. We work as one beautiful human being, and we have one creator on this planet Earth, and we all work together as brothers and sisters and as a one fellow human being. Let's all work together in peace, live in peace, and let's do everything in peace so that everybody should live happily here on Earth. So coming to our water, because this platform is all about water. So water is an essential solvent for our body and without which we cannot survive. So saying that, what are the different types of water available right now is our tap water, spring water, well water, oasis water, ionized water, river water, distilled water, reverse osmosis water, structured water, Schumann's energy water, Emret water, hydrogen water, and we do have our terahertz resonated water. Absolutely fine. There is, I do not know in the future what kind of water we have, but I think terahertz resonated will be the last where they convert it to the smallest molecule of 7.6 is small. And even if you go some more smaller, it doesn't make sense because that's the maximum, and that's what your body needs. So what is an ideal drinking water is basically it should be potable, 7.5, 7.4 to 8, TDS of minus 50 to minus 200, ORP should be minus 0 to minus 200 is ideal, clean and free from all the bacteria and viruses and parasites, and should not contain any heavy metals, chemicals, and pesticides in your drinking water. Then it is an ideal drinking water. Now, added to all this, if your water can be resonated with our terahertz device, it is another bonus for you. It is another additional benefit for you that your water molecule is smaller so that the absorption is much easier, much better, and the functionality of the water is something different from the normal water what you're drinking. So we have the terahertz resonator, which is something like this. So it is a low frequency resonator. So there is a lot of good things available because of this resonator. So any liquids, when you expose this terahertz resonator, it changes the properties of that particular liquid, and then that becomes much more matching to your life. So basically the properties are, it's a linear in structure, and of course our device, when when you resonate it, it is 0.96 terahertz, and the molecular width is around 2 nanometers. Frequency of the water is around 7.6. So when we use a low frequency, what is the advantages? The water molecule and the transmission of the information is easier. So there are a lot of beautiful metabolic activities can be balanced, and maintaining a healthy environment of the body to achieve the health and the self-healing. Can you see we are talking about self-healing? So over a period of time, if you're talking about drinking terahertz water, that's when you can see some changes. Don't tell me you want to drink terahertz resonated for 1 week, 2 weeks, and then come and tell, hey, I can't see any difference. I've been drinking. So just imagine we are talking about the 50 trillion cells and what all you are doing all the time. And then if you're still practicing doing all the wrong things in your life and then just trying to drink terahertz water, nothing is going to change. Maybe some changes are there which you may not even realize, because we become like a buffalo thick skin where we won't even realize what our body is speaking to us. Then low frequency resonance can help cells to remove the harmful chemical and harmful magnetic radiation, and also rewrite the harmful magnetic messages of the water molecule. It can rewrite. So please work on drinking this low frequency resonant water, wherein it helps you to recoup, regenerate, rewrite, everything can be done. And the good news is it is very stable even in spite of exposing it to boiling, number one, number two, x-rays, and even high pressure. A resonated water is not affected. That's very good. And you can resonate your oil. This is something fantastic. You all should resonate your oil and then start using it. You will be able to get the good benefit of the oil. But let me tell you, what are the oils you can use? Coconut oil, olive oil, seed oil. These are the few oils which can be used for your cooking. But if you're going to use all the refined oil, definitely there are a lot of unfavorable effects of using this oil. But if finances is a problem, now this is in general when you're talking, of course not everybody can buy an olive oil, because 1 liter is almost 150 ringgits. If you are talking about 1 liter of our coconut oil, virgin coconut oil, is almost 70 ringgits. It is expensive. So I would request you, even whatever oil you're using, resonate it, and as far as possible reduce the amount of using your oil. Then resonated water helps to intestinal health and for your good bacteria. Isn't it good? So my final message to every one of you is cellular health is the key to your healthy living on planet Earth. So lifestyle modification is the need of the hour. Better change your eating habits, your thinking habits, change and start working at your cellular level. And you should give the priority so that we all work on the live on this beautiful platform on Mother Earth, a healthy lifestyle, and start moving forward. So, saying this, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to be here on this platform. And until I come back with another episode of, I would say, Terahertz platform, thank you very much. And let me come back to you. Thank you. Over to you, Madam Lee.
Yes, the advice suggested from Dr. Work on cellular health. Once again, he alerts us to please replenish body at what low frequency what what cells, healthy cells, is advised to avoid all the
Madam Lee, we can't hear you. It's breaking a lot. Your line is breaking a lot.
oh I
We
see.
can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Uh, is it better now?
Yeah,
Okay, thank you. The function of water, body cells, healthy cells, uh, is thought to avoid all the from life, cause so much not only for self, but also it may also affect our burden. Yes, but your advice so much. And somebody asked, Mary Ong said it said about cardiac patients with pacemaker bring our
Madam Lee, you should answer this question. You have been in this field for so long.
yes. I come across a friend who are also with this case, and what I told them, what Dr. can start off the mouth, maybe also to mix with normal water. So you drink the. Am I right, doctor?
Absolutely. See, very simple, Madam Lee. See, what's happening is, no doubt we are talking about a cardiac situation wherein there's a pacemaker or they have gone for a bypass. And like there's one question here where the person is talking about the metal pieces, right? Now, what we need to understand is our whole body works as one full holistic approach. It works as one team, you know. Now, when you're talking about as one team, water is a very, very important element for it to do its metabolism or do its work in its own ways. Now, if you're talking about a pacemaker, number one, let us talk about pacemaker. Pacemaker is basically a battery operated for you to the heart to function properly. There is a pacemaker, there's a battery inside. All right. Now, don't you think they will drink water? Definitely, they have to drink water. Number one. So, what I would request them is number one, as you told very beautifully, you mix the water with normal water and start drinking the water slowly until your body gets used to it. Very simple. Your body will 100% get used to it. Because I have seen people with pacemaker drinking terahertz water for 3 months, 4 months, nothing happened. They were all fine. But the day they saw a pacemaker cannot drink terahertz water, immediately they stopped. Actually speaking, it didn't do any harm for them. But in reality, why the company doesn't want to take responsibility is because they feel that. But in reality, if you ask me, you have to drink water. Anyway, you have to drink water now. So mix it with 50% of normal water and drink it first. Let your body slowly get adapted to it. It's still okay. And coming back to the person who has undergone a surgery for the bone broken and then they put a metal piece. Fine, metal piece is there inside the body, but you're not directly pouring the water onto the metal piece, right? You're not pouring, you're drinking the water, so it goes into your stomach and gets absorbed. Now once it gets absorbed, the cells will do what it is supposed to do for the body. So there also what I would say is, why not you try drinking the water? Maybe if you're a little scared to start with this water, maybe you start with half a liter of terahertz resonated water initially, then slowly increase it to 1 liter, then slowly increase it to 2 liters. You will know your body. See, ultimately what will happen is, I request every one of you on this platform, please be a private investigator. You have to investigate. What do you investigate? Your own self. You investigate your own self. What food you eat, what can match, what cannot match. You have to look into it. Because we as outsiders, maybe as doctors, of course we can pick up a lot of information from you, but ultimately it is your body. You need to know what your body is speaking to you. So please let the body talk to you and listen to it and then start moving forward. So every one of our terahertz members should give it a try, slowly build up, and then start working on it to become more healthier.
Yeah, thank you, doctor. That's good.
My voice, Madam Lee, my voice has been very clear, is it? But your voice is totally disrupted. Huh?
Maybe because of the area in Malacca now.
Okay. In fact, a kidney failure patient, I have been giving that particular person is almost 1.5 liters of water, and this particular person goes for dialysis. But this person is very healthy, drinking terahertz water, no problem, absolutely no issues.
And for my friend here in the north, who is 7 years, so I passed why the kidney so thick of water for the
Madam Lee cannot hear you. I think your internet is a problem. There is a problem with your internet. It's a lot of breaking of your voice is there.
Oh dear. Is it better?
No, I think you better wind up this session. Maybe next week when we meet up, we can definitely discuss. There's a lot of backlog.
Okay,
So
never mind.
thank you very much.
Doctor. And I think I have someone is he would like to share testimony.
Madam Lee, can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Are you around, Cik Tahirun? Hello, Tahirun. This Cik Tahirun would like to share a testimony.
Maybe you go ahead with
Tahirun, can you unmute yourself?
Can you hear me?
Okay, we can hear you. Now we can hear you. Okay, you can start, Cik Tahirun.
Okay, good morning, good evening to dear friends. to all my friends. My name is Tahirun. I am thank you for my former classmate. She introduced me to this terrace water 2 years ago. At first, I was not interested, but after she told me how good this terrace water is, I decided to try it. I've been taking this for 2 years. My cancer like sleeping. I am like free of cancer. I have friends that did get COVID. I gave this water to them, and now I am doing in TikTok about this terrace water. So please take this water, because this water had helped me in my cancer. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
So Tahirun, how long you have been taking terrace water?
It's been 2 years. 2 years.
So how long you have been suffering from this cancer?
I have this cancer for 9 years.
Wow.
It's about 9 years. My first operation is on 2014. My first operation.
So what cancer you suffering from?
It's from my ovary.
Okay.
One set of my my ovary and my rahim. What's rahim?
Okay, ovary, your uterus.
My uterus all been taken away lah by the operation. Then my heart is also infected with cancer with my liver. But after the chemo, the cancer went to my brain. After 2 years, it relapsed to my brain. Then after 2 years back, it relapsed again. Then the last one is around 2 years back, before I take this terrace water. After I took this terrace water, I free from cancer.
I see. Wow, that's good news.
Yes.
So how long you have been taking the water?
After my last operation is around 2 years back, I start the water.
Oh, I see. So that's a good news. So
Yes.
what did the doctor say about your report? You're still going for checkup, right?
Yes, my blood test is okay. Not even like the first time when I took this water, it was 9.6, but now it's around 10. But it is not going up lah. Before it will go up to 13, 12 to 13 lah. Now in 7 years it dropped to 10.
I see.
CA125. This is
I
CA125.
That's the good news.
Yes.
So I get that you have helped many friends with this also suffering from cancer one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Thank you so much. And a lot of people has been getting the terrace water from you, right?
Yes. Today I have bring this terrace water to TikTok, and I have already get one person to buy it. My first friend took this from TikTok. In TikTok.
Oh, I see. Where is he from?
This friend is from Kelantan.
Kelantan.
Yes, in Kelantan.
Oh, you get to know him through TikTok, right?
Yes, to TikTok, because I already doing this for more than 8 years in TikTok, so that I can give this information to more people. When I'm in TikTok, I can go further.
I see. That's good. So you have been so much confidence with our terrace water, right?
Yes, yes,
So your family members are taking the water too?
yes. All my husband, my daughters, and everyone around me, my sisters, all are taking. Actually, I am very thank you for Dr. Prabha that helping us in doing this Zoom every day for more than 90 session or what?
Yes, yes. Tonight is an episode 90.
90. That's thank you to
So-
him that giving us so many information about this that water and about eating good
health.
things.
Thank you, thank you. So
Okay,
you are
thank you.
also a loyal fans of Dr. Prabhu, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, Puan Lee.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay. And okay, this Brian, can you show the slide on the company's activities? Brian? Hi, Brian. Okay, for your information, ladies and gentlemen, almost every day, every day on this every Monday evening, 8:30 to 9:30, actually we have this terahertz sharing in Bahasa, Malaysia. Okay, and so if you have friends who are interested, or you are so keen to introduce your friends, right? So every Monday night, we have the terahertz Zoom from 8:30 to 9:30, and every Tuesday, also same time, 8:30 to 9:30, we have our terahertz Zoom in Chinese, okay, or in Mandarin. Then every Wednesday, we will have this Zoom, and the leaders from Indonesia will be sharing in the same Zoom account, okay? And on Thursday, that will be from 8 to 9, we also have English Zoom. It's the OPP sharing. Then when we come to Sunday evening, 8 to 9, we also have Dr. Prabhu. And this June, the company has some activities. On the 6th of June, we just have this PT Terahertz Tita Sempurna Jakarta. They have their grand opening. So all of us who have friends in Indonesia, now they can get or order their terahertz water device through this Jakarta center, okay? And this coming 16th of June, there'll be a live self-help assessment. It is a Friday, okay? So from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. This live self-help assessment will be held in Terahertz headquarters, Serdang. So those who are interested and you would like to bring your friends and relatives for this health assessment, you may invite them. Go to terahertz headquarters in Serdang. Then on the 17th of June, there will be, it is a Saturday, okay, from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. There will be a BM training, okay, Bahasa Malaysia. Bagaimana menjadi entrepreneur terahertz. Yeah, and the venue will also be in terahertz headquarters Serdang. You may call up the office, or you can get information or inform your leader if you would like to attend. Then also on the 17th of June, the lifestyle health assessment will be held in Muar, okay, from 12 noon to 5 p.m. If you have friends in Muar, you can invite them to go, okay? Get the info from your leader or your introducer. On the 18th of June, the Water Charity in Action. It is a Sunday and it will be held in Malacca. 25th of June, the Terahertz Trends and Business of OPP meeting will be held also in Setiawan. And this one will be conducted in Bahasa Malaysia. It is a Sunday and it will be from 2:30 to 6:30. So, dear friends, we are proud that we could have such a top brand products. Terahertz Malaysia Sdn Bhd has received many recognitions and certificates for this patented Terahertz water device. Be rest assured, and tell your friends how important it is on the drinking of terahertz molecular healthy water. The certificate the company has received, the MDDA from Direct Distribution Association, then this International Serum QAS, and also the license for direct selling from the associations, and the patented certificate. Yeah, patented is not easy to get that, but this our water this terahertz device. We also received this patented certificate. And the awards, this Terahertz Malaysia Sdn Bhd have also received the award, the Asia Pacific Super Health Brand and the Asia Pacific Excellence Brand. Okay, so dear friends, do share more with your friends on this terahertz water device, how important it is for us to consume healthy water for our body cells, especially doctor has mentioned on the cellular health tonight. So I think we'll finish for tonight and we will see you in the next episode. Good night, everyone. Good night, Brian. Good night, Brian.
Thanks, Teresa. You oh, okay. I end my side. Thanks a lot. Bye. See you.
See you in Malaysia.
See you in Malaysia. Okay. Bye.